Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am psychic medium Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck and I let you know what's coming up for this week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So last week was crazy. Island Park was great with my family, and then we got back, and then last week, oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, if there was ever a week I needed to feel unconditional love, the Cari Connects was right on last week. So crazy. It's coming the end of August. I got lots more stuff coming in October. Right now I'm focusing on the retreat that's in September. No, I have lots of stuff coming up in September. Right now I'm kind of focusing on the retreat that's coming in October. I have lots of ideas for that, lots of good things. I think I am going to start having a retreat once a year, just depending on how this retreat turns out. So, and then September, I am going to have more classes and more spirit circles, and watch out for those things. This summer, I just kind of took a step back a little bit because I wanted to be with my family, and it was awesome. And I learned how to paddleboard this summer too, so that was awesome too. That was one of my goals. So the deck that we are using this week is called the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra and Taylor, and this is kind of an awesome deck. So I'm gonna pull it. I'm kind of nervous, not gonna lie, because I want it to be good. I think they're all gonna be good. Like, I always have that positive outlook, but woo! Victory! Yay! Yes! So this week, whatever you've been planning, whatever you've been doing, you're gonna find victory in it. You're gonna find success in it. Woo! And it might even just be victory or success, like getting through the summer or getting through last week. But you are, whatever it is, if it's a big thing that you've been working on for a long time, or it could be a small victory. It could be a small, maybe you're trying to lose weight through the summer and maybe you lost 2 pounds, or it could just be anything that, but it's going to mean something to you, and it's going to, and I love victories and I love success, even little tiny things, because those things build your confidence 10 times. Every single time you have a victory or every single time you have a success, it just builds your confidence up more. And so, and with everything that's been going on, you know, with all of the craziness that's been kind of going on this summer and the end of the summer, this is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to know that whatever you've been working on or whatever you've been planning, or even just a little tiny victory, I like maybe a victory for you today is that you got out of bed or that you took a shower, and and maybe that's the whole victory for the week. But you know what? That's good and that's awesome. You just count that as a victory. Just every little thing. In fact, I want you to kind of write down this week all of your victories, even if the little tiny things like I don't even know, like just something that gives you more confidence and gives you more, I hate to even with your career, like if something happens, like if you get a good, I'm thinking of get a good reading, like those are awesome too, because I mean, I like to think that every reading is good, but sometimes I feel like I could do better, or sometimes I feel like I could have heard better, or it was never the sitter's fault, and it's never, the spirit's fault. I always kind of blame me. So it's nice to know when I have one. And last week, even though the week was crazy, the readings were amazing. And so I learned my victory last week was to surrender to spirit more and not hold it all in for my own self. But I've been working a lot too on mental health. And I have this little thing where even just kind of, not only for me, but for people around me, because it's such a big, huge, mental health is a big, huge thing in my industry, because there's just such a fine line between spiritual awakening and mental health. So that's why I was like, even if you just take a shower, or even if you get the kids out to, school starting. So maybe that's the victory. Maybe some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't want my kids to go back to school. And maybe some of you are like, oh my gosh, I need the break. Either way, it's fine, because you do you. So this week you're going to see I'm going to say huge victory, even though it might be, I want you to count all the little tiny victories, because that can add up to a huge victory. But take a deep breath for you and for me, because this week's going to kick butt, because it's going to be a victory. So things to watch for. gold. 222, that means you're going in the right direction. 888 means there's abundance, which would be perfect with going with victory. And golden leaves. Now, lots of this kind of goddess kind of thing. So there's lots of gold wings, gold leaves, and you know those gold crowns, not like that you wear on top of your head, but on your forehead. So if you see any kind of that and any type of gold, anything that's gold is kind of cool. Actually, it kind of matches my shirt. So, and I think, oh, there's also little bees in here too. So if you see bees. So we're looking for 222, 888, and the leaves, the gold leaves, and anything kind of gold, any kind of female and any kind of gold, like a gold goddess of some sort. Just know when you see these things or you see these signs, this is Spirit telling you, look around you and see all your success. If you're struggling this week, write down all your victories that you've had in the last couple months. Write down all, even if it's something super small, write it down, because it's going to give you the confidence and it's going to give you the oomph that you need to keep moving forward. So I like this card. This one's a good one. And always just look around you and see what you can be grateful for, and remember always to, I want to say, count your successes or count your victories, and huge ones or little ones, because the thing about it is some of the things that you think might not be a victory could totally be a victory in one stance. Like, so that's like everything that might be, you could see it as a different light. So I'm going to tell you, I think I've told this story before, but I tell it all the time, about a son and a father and a son. They were farmers, and the son broke his arm, and the father was like, this is so bad. This is so not great, because now my son can't help me, and I can't have abundance, and I can't do all these things on the farm, and we're going to lose all this money. And then the next day, a militia came, and they were taking all of the younger boys to go to war. And the boy couldn't go because he had the broken arm. And the father was so grateful that the boy couldn't go, and because he was young. And so you just have to look at things, and sometimes some things can seem like they're a negative thing or seem like they're not a victory. And I don't want to say that breaking his arm was a victory, but sometimes you don't see the victories that you have as victories. But I promise you, sometimes in the long run, they really, really are. So really give yourself some grace on this, and be proud of your accomplishments, every single one. Even if one is just washing your hair, or just taking a shower, or just getting kids to school on time, or just getting out of bed. Give yourself some grace on this and be proud of it. Be proud of it, because you know what? Sometimes it's just hard. It's just hard, and this is going to be a good week. This is going to be a week full of victories, a week full of being proud of who you are, a week full of giving yourself grace, and a week full of moving forward and being triumphant, and a week full of abundance, and a week full of your spirits telling you that you're doing a good job, because you know what? You deserve it. We deserve it. It's been hard, and we deserve it. So yeah. Hope that helps you guys. I love you, and I'd be interested to see if you see any of these gold things this week. So let me know if you do. And please do not get offended if I don't message back, because I'm starting to get lots of DMs, and it's hard for me to see all of them now. So I'm not like saying, oh, I'm getting so popular. I'm just saying I'm just saying I don't have a lot of time sometimes to look through well, and sometimes I miss them, and I apologize for that, because I do love you. I love you guys so much, and I mean it, and I will see you next week.